who lied to President William Ruto that Raila Odinga will support him in 2027. In fact, let us be honest with ourselves. President William Ruto will be a one-term president if elections will be free and fair. Underline the ones, if elections will be free and fair. Now, Raila Odinga is saying something. In fact, it is not a sweet message to President William Ruto and his allies. Let us listen to what Raila Odinga is saying before we proceed.
Kura itapigwa Jumamosi hii ambayo inakuja, sio? Mimi naenda, si mimi naenda. Nikichaguliwa sawa, nisipochaguliwa sawa, sivyo? Si mimi niko na nyumbani kwetu. Kwa hivyo mimi natoa shukrani sana kwenu kwa kuniombea mimi.
Now that is a bitter message to the head of state. If Raila Odinga loses AUC elections, then what will happen to President William Samoei Arap Ruto? His political career is on the chopping board, and Kenyans will send him to Sugoi in 2027. Now, before we proceed, in case this is your first time on the Spot Check YouTube channel, kindly support us by subscribing and turning on the notifications bell. We are on a mission to 7,000 subscribers before the end of this month, and we can't hit 7K subscribers without you subscribing. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for supporting this YouTube channel. Let us understand why President William Ruto will be a one-term president if elections will be free and fair. The first reason, just to build a background, President William Ruto is unpopular. As we speak, his government is unpopular. Be it in Nairobi, be it in central Kenya or Mount Kenya, be it in Ukambani, be it in coastal region, the head of state is unpopular. We all saw what happened in Isiolo. That was a direct message to President William Ruto that Kenyans are not going to play with him in 2027. They are not on the streets, but they will act in 2027. Let us now understand why Raila Odinga will make William Ruto a one-term president. Politics is about interest. If Raila Odinga loses his AUC bid, the only option, and we have had politicians from ODM insisting that in 2027 they will field a presidential candidate. That is the reality on the ground. Right now as we speak, UDA as a party alone has lost most of its members, especially the people of the mountain. That is the reality on the ground. Whether the head of state like it or not, that is the reality. There are no members of UDA from Mount Kenya region, apart from those members of parliament that supported Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment. I may not like Rigathi Gachagua, but the reality, that man is now controlling Mount Kenya politics as we speak. If Raila Odinga loses his AUC bid, what he will do, it will only take him 3 good months. It will only take him 3 months to come back, arrange his troops, and tell them that, you know what, we are leaving this government. It is so unpopular, and I'm going to vie for the 6th time in 2027. Tell me, who will oppose Raila Odinga in ODM? And by the way, the reality is that Raila is ODM and ODM is Raila Amolo Odinga. If right now is just heading to participate in AUC elections, and you can clearly tell their leadership wrangles within ODM as a party. So when he comes back, if he loses these AUC elections, I'm not wishing him any bad luck, but if he loses these elections, the person that will suffer the most is President William Samoei Arap Ruto. Where will he get votes to secure a second term in 2027? Now, the first round of a presidential election in 2027, there is a possibility that nobody will get 50 plus 1. If Raila Odinga will be on the ballot, President William Ruto will be on the ballot, Kalonzo Musyoka will be on the ballot, and probability of Dr. Fred Matiang'i being on the ballot is also very high. Nobody will attend the 50 plus 1, which is a requirement in the constitution. That means we will have a runoff. And now this is how Raila Odinga will win the 2027 elections against President William Samoei Arap Ruto. How will it happen? Rigathi Gachagua is on a revenge mission, right? Now all these people that voted for Kalonzo Musyoka, Rigathi Gachagua's candidate, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, I'm very confident and very sure that Rigathi Gachagua will direct his troops to vote for someone who is against William Samoei Arap Ruto as an individual in that particular contest. In an event, we shall have a runoff. And that is the reality. Let us not lie to each other. Rigathi Gachagua is on a revenge mission. So President William Ruto, your days are numbered. Whether Raila Odinga wins AUC elections or not, Kenyans will take the head of state home in 2027. If I were President William Samoei Arap Ruto, right now, the only thing I could be doing is to deliver the promises that I made to the people of Kenya in the last general elections, and make few promises and create a positive legacy that Kenyans will live to remember, because they have made up their mind that in 2027 you will be no longer their president. You will not represent them at the national level as the head of state. That is just my opinion. In case you have any counter opinion, feel free to share in the comment section, and I will be replying to your feedback. Now, I promised at the end of my videos to be carrying out civic education. This is what you need to do. You need to register as a voter as soon as possible. And the beauty of doing that is that you can participate in general elections and by-elections. Number two, you have to demonetize politics as soon as possible. If you do that, we shall end up with leaders of high integrity. Lastly, vote for someone with a vision so that we can end up with the quality policy makers in both Senate, National Assembly, County Assembly. Bye for now. I will see you in the next video.